I'm down and not feeling right. I'm low and I can't get high. I don't know if I'll make it tonight. Oh my Lord, please show me your light. Oh God, I need you, don't know what to do, 'cause I'm feeling down.
Whiskey. Ain't too cold. You don't like looking at the camera, do you? I know what you're thinking. And why don't he just change that green screen to something a little more warmer? Don't worry though. I understand that you don't feel it because you're on that side of it, so it's not too bad. It's bearable. Good luck making Whiskey understand this shit. You know, I look out for his safety, but I'm not really for sure if he looks out for mine. Try to make him understand it's too cold to go this far, and he says, we'll see about that. I'm strong enough to drag your dead body home. Anyways, how's it going? I'm starting to understand, maybe. Slightly, maybe starting to understand on a day like today why some of you are okay with going to hell. Ha. I don't expect anyone to have to say, oh, he's right about everything or anything like that. My whole purpose is that we all put ourselves in check, right? Not you know, because I understand some of the stuff I talk about. I got some friends that may think they might take it personal because of the stances they take on normal stuff. I know who's who and who's the good people. They stand on they want the right side of things, right? Like I'm not saying no one, I'm saying that there's people that I know that mostly stand on the right or whatever, and Trump's side mostly, right? But deep down they don't care who's gonna get arrested. They want what's right for, like, the children, the whole Epstein thing, stuff like that. I understand that, and I don't want the wrong people taking the wrong, like, a lot of this stuff gets me heated up after I see some stuff posted by major channels and stuff like that, or influencers that are, they're getting their shit out there, and they're influencing how we think and stuff like that. But anyways, point is, I don't want the wrong people taking offense to stuff I say. I mean, if the right people do and it hits them, that's one thing. But the wrong people, just like, because I say stuff about Trump supporters or stuff like that, I understand that that's not everybody I know who does identify with the right. You know, I'm not telling anybody drop your beliefs or nothing like that. And I also want to make clear, I call out just as much, or try to, the stuff on the left. The thing is, a lot of that stuff ain't worth my attention, or any of our attention, right? And we just got to stay focused. But my thing is, I put myself in check too, and by putting self in check don't mean that, oh, you got to rethink things and think it different. No, I'm just saying, hey, we all need to take a minute, take a breath, take a step away from all the stuff they're shoving in our face, and reflect on how we, our own selves, believe. And okay, is what I'm saying reflecting with how I truly believe, right? Like, myself included. And you know, because the whole thing, like the video I did about, I got heated up with Proverbs 3:6. Well, that's because when this whole thing first started, like everybody else, I seen the news. You're going to take one side or another, right? And I seen it briefly. I didn't pay much attention to it. Seen it just like all the rest of this shit, and I was like, I didn't think much of it at first. I was just like, you know what, dumb bitch, you fuck around and find out. You know, you should have known better. You shouldn't have been. That was my thoughts, right? I guess you got what you deserved, right? Shouldn't have been over here screwing around doing that shit anyways. And I didn't even have a video set to do about it. But then, whatever that news I seen about it, then I clicked the homepage or whatever for YouTube, and it went to my feed to show all these videos. And one of them, I don't even know what it was. I didn't click on it, but the title, or not the title, the thumbnail showed Proverbs 3:6. And I see stuff like that sometimes, and I'm like, okay, well, that's how I'll take my days. That'll be my today's reflection on God's word, right? So I grab my Bible, because I don't, always know the stuff by heart, because then I want to read not just that, but what's before and after it. So I read through Proverbs 3, right? But the thing is, and that was good, because all that happened right after each other, right? And I got to thinking, I'm like, wow, the truth is, my attitude about that was like, oh, you stupid dumb bitch, you should have, right? You shouldn't have been doing that, or you got what you deserve. Because then I thought about it, and I was like, that's not right. In all your ways, acknowledge him, and he will direct your paths, right? And so when we're not acknowledging him, our ways are being misdirected. Our path is being unaligned, right? And I've just thought about this, and that's what fueled my thoughts for that video, because I'm like, why are we're allowing this stuff to dehumanize us, right? I've already said that enough times. But the thing is, now here's what I want to get at, is because I'm not, like I said, I'm not Republican or Democrat. All the government is against us. They're all together, and when we all, and their worst nightmare is that we'll all understand this and stick together. We're not always going to agree on everything, right? Because the thing is, it wasn't that long ago that, I used to have friends from all kinds of all walks, right? Especially stuff I was involved in. I tried to stay friendly with everybody, to always promote the stuff I was involved in. A lot of times that was, at one time, at a major time, it was poker runs to help benefit children and stuff like that, right? And I met a lot of people from all, and a whole lot of Democrat friends, and I have quite a bit less these days. It wasn't that, it seems like not that long ago, but how long was it now? As we got around 2019, 2020, whatever, all, shit like that, ever since 2016, I suppose, right? They've had us tearing each other apart, and they've had the left so freaking ridiculous, hijacked and standing on ridiculous things. You couldn't even talk to them. I got sick of seeing their posts and stuff. But really, I don't delete people, right? I had friends that end up deleting me because they were from the left and they didn't like my views. I was calling out the dumb shit, right? So they don't like it, so they delete me. Well, that's where we're getting at right now, at this very moment, with the people, sadly, with... I'm not saying that that's going to happen right now. I'm not trying to... Right? But that's where we're at. The right is starting to become almost as ridiculous, to the point where you can't talk to them, to the point where all you see is them repeating nonsense that they don't really know everything about, sounding just as bad as the other side, and it's going to cause more division and more people to lose more friends and family. Anyways, that's where we're at now. Just kind of the opposite way, just more. They're going to keep dividing us more and more and more. Like I said, you don't have to agree with me. And when I tell people put themselves in check, I mean all of us, and that don't mean to make yourself believe something different. It just means take a look at wherever you're standing and take a deep look at your own self and make sure you're not getting off track of who you truly are, right? And because here's what I'm gonna point out. We're at that juncture right now. We have entered the turbulence, right? These are definitely the times of tribulation right now. Assure you of that, okay? And we're rolling from one side to the next on this boat, you and I, right? There's shifting us from one side to the next violently, swiftly, right? That's the way it's happening. You got to open your eyes and see that. This is where we're at right now. Now, all of a sudden, they're starting to change the narrative and cause you to change how you think. And what I mean by that is take a look, okay? I'm not telling anyone to join any protests or to agree with the left on their protests. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying I agree with all their protests. I'm saying I disagree with federal police being dispatched on our American streets, granted full immunity, going after American citizens. We have to come to an agreement on that. Otherwise, I'm not trying to stand up for anything else. I want to be clear on that, or discourage anyone from their stance. But we got to take a look here. Here's what's going on. It was only here, even right now, they're saying because of the protests, you got the people on the right. It's their own fault they're getting shot. They're disrupting the police, all this and that, right? But over here now, because I clicked on this thing, it said Trump agrees with protesters or whatever. I was like, what? What the heck is this? So I clicked on it. Of course, it was talking about Iran. Right? This is the thing we don't understand. When it's favorable to the warmongers, when it's favorable to the people in control who are controlling your minds, when war is favorable, then then they want you to be all for it. Right? When protests are favorable, they want you to be all for it. Now, the truth is, whether you like it, too many people are not old enough now. Look into Iran-Contra. Right? Look into all that shit. Right? This is 2.0. They put our CIA over here to destabilize things. That's what their government's saying, right? Who do you believe? I don't know. I mean, we've tried it once before, right? And started all these protests. But America stands up. Trump's threatening Iran with war. Of course, wouldn't you know it, that's what his buddies over there want, right? They're all, oh, yeah, war. Go, yeah, war, right? That's exactly what's going on. And now look, I'm just saying, now the people on the right are okay with those protests. Oh, we can't allow Iran to kill their protesters. We'll go to war over that. Meanwhile, we can allow America to kill their protesters, right? Do you understand that? We can't allow this. We just can't. We can't stand on that side of things. It's wrong for Iran if they're killing protesters, right? You should have the freedom to protest your government. That's where our country came into thing, right? Freedom against oppression of your government. Freedom against police. Right? That's just a fact, right? So, am I saying, we should look the other way if Iran kills their protesters? No, I'm saying, what sense is it then for the other people, for the same damn people to say, protester in America got killed, it's their own damn fault for interfering with police who was out of their jurisdiction. But anyways, like I said, the facts are the facts, and it bothers me when I see certain people posting, but they go on about it. It's not because they make a post, they go on about it like, I don't know, it's just they go on too much about it, right? And I'm still seeing it. And the thing is, how un-American, don't let yourself become un-American, because look, ICE was acting, I don't care, I know it's fake, right? But this is what they're using to get us, and it's working on so many people, and they don't understand. ICE, at that moment of that incident, ICE was outside the scope of their authority, and that's a fact, and people don't realize that. And J.D. Vance is a POS. He is not king, and he does not have the authority to grant immunity to anyone. Okay? But the thing is, they were acting outside the scope of their authority. They had no business even interacting with that person. There was no illegal there that they were serving a warrant on, and that's the only way they have a right as federal police to be interacting. Right? End of it. Okay? And to see it otherwise is un-American. Is our American establishment that says that that's the way it is, that establishes that authority. But I'm just saying, look at it. It's playing out in real time right now as we speak. This is how they keep shifting the narrative back and forth, confusing everybody. Everyone's confused. No one even knows how to think or act anymore, or what they believe. Right? Because this is where it's at. Oh, it's okay. They got you cheering on, and oh, it's okay to kill an American protester. Right? But gosh darn it, Iran, you kill one of your protesters, we'll bomb you to smithereens. Right? How stupid is that? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Otherwise, I'm gonna finish our walk. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Whiskey and I appreciate it very much. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God and keep all of his commandments, for that is the whole duty of man. For God will bring every work into judgment with every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil.